I mean, okay, let's start with this. How did you get on this wavelength? Like, what is this
Mm.
God awakening, enlightenment to you? I know that's a big one.
Ah, dude. Okay. So first of all, it's always been there. It's just a matter of awakening. I think I've always been spiritually inclined. I've always been a bit more introverted and a bit more. I think I would describe my soul as kind of old. I've always felt a little bit more, kind of
Yeah,
more mature than people, but I've never really, I've just kind of kept that to myself and had a good relationship with myself. I kind of my inner world, been very close to that. And I've always been very aware. And I started to kind of inquire kind of young about, just like, the universe and stuff. I asked myself quite deep questions, brother. Um, and it was good. But then I remember like being, still young, and I remember just being a total fucking idiot. And I wasn't really channeling that maybe when I was like 13, 14. However, maybe with some cannabis or something like that, I started to see different possibilities. I started to see, wait,
yeah,
actually, man, I can be more self-reflective. I can be more conscious of my experience. I can actually raise my awareness and see that I'm more than my ego.
mm,
So I did that a bunch, man. It wasn't, not like to begin with, man. Smoking weed was not like a conscious thing. It was it was an escapist thing, brother. It was an escapist thing.
yeah, hmm,
And then, that was, when you see that you can alter your state with cannabis, you can see you can do it with other things as well, which is very powerful tools. And then from there, I looked into meditation, Kriya yoga, Kundalini yoga. Um, Honestly, man, I've tried like I've dipped my toes in like a bunch of different spiritual traditions and teachers and texts and scriptures, and I've just picked a few, having gone through loads of them, and then I've had awakenings, and I'm like, okay, I can I can understand and feel what is true and what is genuine, and
yeah,
this
yeah,
and this for me is comes down to what is. Hmm, well, you ask yourself questions like, what is reality? What is God? What am I? Who am I? And it will just resonate. You'll find certain teachers, and it will just resonate. And I found a good few teachers, um, I'll be honest, man, I would not be here without them.
hmm, yeah,
Are there any teachers that have inspired you?
a lot. I can't even speak to how many. So many, man. I see the teacher in everybody, or I try to at least. I think important part what you said was you just know it's true. Like you have this intuitive sense. That intuitive sense in me allows me to see what is true in whatever medium it is. The teacher takes many forms. The guru, you could say, takes many different labels. It could be a book, could be actual speaker, it could be just a moment that happens in my life of synchronicity. But I try to see the Satguru in whatever it is, like wherever form it decides to meet me in, if that makes sense. But in terms of like people, Ram Dass is up there. Alan Watts got me on the wavelength. Tim Leary, just for his like radical revolutionary spirit. Some people think it's a little controversial, but I like him, and he got me into the idea of psychedelics.
Mm.
A lot of Swamis, Satchidananda. Dude, the list is too much. I don't even
All
want to.
those Swami dudes.
Yeah, I don't want to bore anybody, but it's usually revolves around like yogic philosophy of the Vedas, also Buddhism as well. So yeah, Eastern philosophy.